Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Bertram Field in Salem. Lynn English trying to get back on their winning way. They're 1-1, coming off a loss, a tough loss at Beverly. And they look to get back on their winning ways here against Salem. And it's kind of a homecoming for Sam O'Fury. Sam O'Fury was originally from Lynn. His family moved to Salem. He played for Salem High School, was an all-conference player. And then his family decided to move back to Lynn. So he's back with the English Bulldogs, and they're very happy to have him. He's a terrific player. He's already being scouted for some college season as a linebacker. And he's only a junior. This is a very young team. The problem English will have this week is hopefully O'Fury will be back. He got hurt last week in the Beverly game. Matthias Fowler got hurt in that game, and that really cost the Bulldogs last week against Beverly. So we'll see what happens, what Chris Carroll does this week. Jesse Maggs stepped in last week, finished up the Beverly game. Let's see whether it will be Maggs or Fowler in this one, as we're getting close. Salem has done a great job here at Bertram Field over the years. I started way back when I started. We always did Lynn, Salem, and Swampscott. So I did an awful lot of Salem High School sports games, all the sports. Baseball, basketball, football. I got to know a lot of people in Salem, and it's always nice to come back to Bertram Field. And they've done a great job here. Salem is going to kick it off. English is going to get the ball first. And we'll be underway. Dante Roper gets his foot into it at the 18-yard line. Coming back upfield, getting close to the 40-yard line.
Lynn English return by number 11, DJ Brathwaite. Tackles made on the play by Salem's number 6.
Triffy Gordles with the return gets it to the 39, so English has decent field position to start their opening drive.
It'll be first and 10 falling, and then Lynn English at their own 39.
And it will be Maggs at the quarterback spot. He's by himself in the backfield. The quick out is going to get a yard, maybe 2. And that's Purda.
Lynn English pass from number 12. Jesse Mays complete to number 6. Taj Purda brought down on the play by Salem number 4, Gabe Sanchez.
Well, he picked up a yard. And now we're going to get a 5-yard penalty, I think, against English. That's that little, if you flinch, it costs you. So it's going to be 2nd and 14 from the 35-yard line.
It'll be 2nd down to 15 for Lynn English at their own 35-yard line.
Getting penalty yards back, plus a little bit more.
Number 7, Phoenix Figueroa on the carry. Tackles made on the play by number 52, Malcolm Batista.
Figueroa Marquez with the carry. Get it back to the 41.
38 for Lynn English at their own 41.
So 3rd and 8. Mag's rolling to the near side. Lets it fly long and deep. He's got a man wide open.
Touchdown, Lynn English.
Purda got wide open behind the defense.
Taj Purda. Pass roll by number 12, Jesse Maggs.
So not only do they convert 3rd and 8, they go 59 yards. Purda got loose. Drynham will look for the kick. So it didn't take English long. Drynham boots it through.
The extra point is good by number 16, Tyler Dreenan. And with 10:18 remaining in the first quarter, your score, Lynn English 7, Salem 0.
61 yards. Yeah, they actually had to go 66 with the penalty. They're credited with 61. In 3 plays. Purda with 2 catches for 60. The 59-yard touchdown, so Maggs makes his presence felt, filling in for Fowler right away. Maggs is only a sophomore. Purda's a junior.
Back to receive for the Witches, number 2, Devin Tolbert, and number 19.
So English will kick it to Salem. And Salem will look to see what they can do.
Set the kickoff for Lynn English, number 16, Tyler Dreenan.
Drynham will kick it off. So very quickly, English kind of shrugs off that non-offense they had last week. They only put up 7 points. Bounces around at the 28-yard line. They're going to fall on it. They looked like they're going to try and return it, run upfield. They bobbled it and had a fall on it. And Salem will get it at their 29-yard line. So 1st and 10 at the 29 for the Salem Witches.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Witches at their own 29-yard line.
Salem looking for their first win of the season. They come right out to the line of scrimmage. They fill the backfield with wideouts on either side. High snap. Out in the flat. Not going to go anywhere. And that's Purda with the first hit. He does it on defense as well.
The number 2, Devin Tolbert. Tackles made on the play for Lynn English. Number 6, Taj Purda, and number 8, Dennis Davison.
Ready to Talbert. Lost the yard. 2nd and 11. And we got a Salem player down. Halfway down. Kneeling down now. He's up. Limping a little bit to the sideline. Let's hope he's going to be all right. You don't want to see anybody, either team, get hurt.
We'll bring up 2nd and 11 for the Witches at the
2nd and 11. Michael Reddy, the quarterback, as they said, again, wideouts either side of the end. They double up on the near side. Looking to throw. Lets it fly. Incomplete.
Michael Reddy's pass going to be incomplete. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to purchase your 50/50 raffle tickets.
So Salem comes out throwing the football. They're probably going to have to do it again with 3rd and 11.
Also, don't forget to visit the merchandise table.
Quickly up to the line of scrimmage. The 2 wideouts go to either side this time. One running back with Reddy in the backfield. Over the middle, picked off at the 40-yard line. Slipping a couple of tackles, breaking another tackle, staying on his feet, still on his feet. They're not going to get him down. Brathwaite runs it in from 40 yards.
Michael Reddy's pass will be intercepted by Lynn English, number 11, DJ Brathwaite. The return.
I think everybody in a black shirt was playing two-hand touch. They had him, they didn't have him. He got hit by everybody on the field, but they couldn't bring him down. He caught it over the middle, went down the left sideline, cut it a little bit back to the middle, and then went into the left corner of the end zone for the touchdown. And very quickly, English is a two-score lead. DJ Brathwaite, they're going to go for two. The pitch to Perta. Not going to get there. He gets piled up at the goal line. English signaling it's in, but it's not. Tommy Gaylor with his hands up saying, yes, we did it, but no, Tommy, we didn't.
Salem 0.
He picked it off just inside the 40, backpedaled to the 40, and then went 40 yards for the touchdown. And for the second time, in a very quick amount of time, English will kick it off again. So right off the bat, before some of the fans have sat down in their seats, Salem was 2 scores behind. So English really trying to wipe away last week's game against Beverly and get restarted on this early season. Kick is away at the 22-yard line. Getting across the 25. That was Christopher Doherty.
Salem return by number 3, Christopher Doherty.
They put it at the 27, so they start 2 yards further back than they did the first time. And they're a little bit further back on the scoreboard too, 13-0. Thanks to DJ Brathwaite. And he's only a junior. They don't have many seniors on this team. 2 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side. They got a wing going in motion. Now he sets up at the far side.
Number 36, Connor McCray on the carry for the Witches.
Connor McCray will give him the 30.
Play by Lynn English, number 5, Jeffrey Gordles. Pick up a 4.
Second down and 7.
6 for the Witches at their own 31.
3 wideouts to the far side now. Motion coming. They give it to the motion man. He got stacked up. The English didn't let him turn the corner. Ryan DeWan, another junior. They lose a yard.
Tackle made on the play by Lynn English, number 52, Ryan DeWan.
Oh, another 3rd and long. Last time they were 3rd and long, they threw an interception. Quick out, incomplete.
Michael Reddy's pass will be incomplete.
Looking for Doherty.
Receiver number 2, Devin Tolbert. They'll bring a 4th down for the Witches.
Well, Salem can't get anything going. They're going to have to kick the football. The English will get it back.
Set the punt for the Witches, be number 52, Malcolm Batista.
Malcolm Batista is the kicker. High snap, almost over his head. That's a nice play by him. At the 43-yard line, Perda with a burst of steam up the sideline. One man to beat the punter, and he walks it in for a touchdown.
Touchdown, late English.
57 yards. So English has hit the trifecta.
Late English, number 6.
They scored on a 59-yard pass play, a 40-yard interception return, and now a 57-yard punt return. Purdy picks up his second touchdown. We haven't played half of the first half or first period. Dryden will look to make it 20. And he does. So what a start by the Bulldogs.
Tyler Green is good. With 7:03 remaining in the first quarter, your score, Lynn English 20, Salem 0.
We played almost 5 minutes. And English has put 3 scores on the board, 3 different ways. Perda has 2 of them, a 59-yard catch, a 57 punt return, and in between, Brathwaite with a 40-yard interception return. And all of a sudden, English is leading Salem 20-0. And English certainly has put that Beverly game in their rearview mirror now.
Number 2, Devin Tolbert. Number 19.
I'm sure that was probably weighing on Chris Carroll's mind. He's got a young team
Number 16.
coming off a tough loss, wondering how they were going to recoup. And I think he's smiling a little bit. He knows there's a lot of football left to play, but he's got to be smiling a little bit with the start here. Dryden again will exercise that right foot. He's using it quite a bit here in the early moments. Bouncing around at the 26-yard line. And they get it across to 30.
Salem return by number 2, Devin Tolbert. Tackle made on the play by Lynn English, number 57.
At the 33, this will be their best start. And they want to do something, even if it's just pick up a first down or two, so they don't give the ball right back to the Bulldogs. I know they don't want to throw it. They don't want to punt it because they did it twice and it cost them 2 touchdowns.
They'll be 1st and 10 for the Witches.
Double wideouts to either side for the Witches. Motion coming to the near side. They run it ahead for short yardage. McCray.
Made on the play by Lynn English, number 5, Jeffrey Goodless. If there's a Urena Luna in the
He
stands,
picked up a yard.
can you please make your way to the press box? Your wallet was found.
Offense coming very hard for the
Again, Urena
Witches.
Luna, if you're in the stands, please make your way to the press box. Your wallet was found.
2 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side. The wing is to the far side. They stay in that spread.
Witches.
McCray again gets stood up and buried in the backfield.
Number 36, Connor McCray on the carry. Tackles made
We'll
on
call
the
it the
play
32. He loses 2.
by Goodless at number 32. Uzziah Omosefe. They'll bring up
Right now, Salem has 1 yard of offense in their 3 possessions. And again, it's 3rd and long. 3rd and 11. Dropping back, looking to throw. Blocked. Knocked down.
Michael Riddy's pass is going to be batted down by Leninglis, number 51, Tommy Gaylord.
Tommy Gaylord, one of the few seniors on this team, one of the captains. Didn't let him get the pass off. He blocked it. So right now, Salem has a yard rushing, -1 passing for 0 offense, and they're about to kick the ball away again. Snap is a little bit better. High, long kick, nice kick. Kicked it past the returner. Inside the 10 at about the 7-yard line. That's an outstanding kick.
Malcolm Batista will be down inside the Leninglis 10 by number 19, Gerald Laval.
It's a 61-yard kick with no return. He got that high and deep. And English is set back at their 7-yard line. Yeah, wouldn't Salem love a turnover here?
It'll be 1st and 10 for Lynn English at their own 7-yard line.
From the 7. 1st and 10, double wideouts to either side. They fake the quick out. They try to go deep. It's caught behind the defense. Maggs put that where only Brathwaite could catch it. What a great play.
Pass on number 12, Jesse Maggs. Be caught on the play by number 11, DJ Brown.
I didn't think he had a shot in the world. And they get to the Salem 45. 48 yards. Tremendous throw between 2 defenders, and Brathwaite caught it in stride, and they just knocked him down before he took it for a touchdown. Quick out. The quick out to Chandler.
By number 2, Wes Chandler.
They lose a yard.
Made on the play by Salem's number 3, Christopher Doherty. Lost the one on the play.
2nd and 11.
Ball in English.
Off the left side with a head of steam. That's going to be another 1st down. Big hole for Phoenix, Figueroa, Marquez.
Number 7, Phoenix Figueroa Marquez on the carry for Lynn English. Tackles made on the play by
16 yards
Gerald Laval, number 36.
and a 1st down.
They'll bring up 1st and 10 for Lynn English at the Salem 30.
Maggs pump once, looking to go deep.
Quarterback keeper by number 12, Jesse.
Picks up maybe a yard.
Tackle made on the play by Salem's number 56.
He pumped like he was going to go quickly outside, then looked back down deep. And Salem got to him before he could do anything. He took a step forward,
2nd and 9.
picked up a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. There's again 2 wideouts to either side. Now they motion off the left side with another big run. Loose, breaks a tackle, and goes in the end zone.
Touchdown, Lynn English. Lynn English touchdown score by number 7, Phoenix Figueroa Marquez.
He was putting on a clinic. That's a 93-yard drive in 5 plays, 48 of them in the air to Brathwaite. 45 on the ground by Figueroa Marquez on 2 carries, 29 for the touchdown. The snap is low, skips past the holder, who was Shea Palmer,
Lynn English extra point attempt be no good. And with 1:57 remaining in the first quarter, your score, Lynn English 26, Salem 0. Again, the 50-50 raffle tickets are going through the stands right now. Winning ticket will be announced at halftime. And don't forget to visit the merchandise table.
English has 159 yards of offense
New Salem Witches fan gear.
on really 2 possessions, because the other 2 was an interception return and a punt return. And once again, Dryden is going to have to exercise that right foot. Figueroa Marquez with 51 yards rushing. Purda with 2 catches for 60. Brathwaite, a catch for 48, an interception for 40, and a touchdown. The English is back to their winning ways. And we're still in the first period, 26-0.
Back to receive for Salem, number 3, Christopher Doherty.
The English fans are jumping for joy. The Salem fans are sitting on their hands, very quiet. Dryden will kick it off. Line drives it by everybody. It's going to go in and out of the end zone. Salem will start their worst possession at their own 20-yard line. So it doesn't get any better for Salem. Looked like they were at least in decent position when they punted the ball. They were losing, but they were still, they pinned English deep at the 7-yard line. It gave them something to feel good about. And the English turns around. The first play, 48 yards. They wind up covering the 97 in 5 plays. Figueroa Marquez ran for 16, and then he ran for 29 for the touchdown. And English making it look easy here. 3 wideouts to the near side. Motion to the far side. Trying to run to the near side. Not going to go anywhere. Get buried in the backfield.
Number 3, Christopher Doherty on the carry for the Witches. Tackles made on the play by Lynn English, number 9, Anthony Timmons. And number 51, Tommy Gaylord.
Timmons and Gaylord in on the stop.
12 for the Witches at their own 18-yard line.
And Timmons is only a junior. I told you, a very young team. 3 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. The quick out. Again, going nowhere. Salem can't get any offense going at all.
Tackles made on the play by Lynn English, number 10, Shea Palmer.
They got a yard.
It'll bring up 3rd and 12 for the Witches.
3rd and 11. Again, every time they've had it, it's been 3rd and long.
It'll bring up 3rd and 11 for the Witches.
Yeah, we're going to get a timeout. They took a long time in the backfield trying to get the play to everybody. Looked like they changed it at the line of scrimmage. And Salem just can't get going. They've had 1 run of 3 yards, 1 run of 1 yard. Those have been offset by 3 minuses. Then complete a 1 pass for minus a yard. And English has buried Salem in this first period. And unless this is a very quick incomplete pass, this is going to be the end of the first period, this last play. And Salem hasn't come close. They were 4th and 11, 4th and 8, 4th and 11. Now they're 3rd and 11. Caught on the outside, won't be anywhere near a first down.
Michael Reddy's pass will be caught by number 3, Christopher Doherty.
That's the longest play of the first period. As the first period is going to come to a close. They picked up
And that will be
8.
the last play of the first quarter with your score, Lynn English 26.
But they need a little more than that. So at the end of the period, English has 159 yards and 4 first downs. Salem has 7 yards, minus 1 rushing. No first downs. And unless they're going to go for it on a fourth down here, they're going to punt again. So English shocks them, getting out very quickly. An opening drive, an interception, a punt return, and then 97-yard drive to finish off the period. Four scores for English. He did it with a pass, an interception, a punt, and a run. 4 different ways they found to score.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Witches.
Actually, even a lot more forward progress than I thought they gave him. They gave him a first down on that play.
Number 36, Connor McCray on the carry. Tackle made on the play by Lynn English, number 53. Nolan Mulukai. They'll bring up 2nd and 9 for the Witches at their own 43-yard line.
2nd and 9. Rolling to the left, that's a tough pass to make, and it's even tougher when it's picked off. That's going to be another interception. And Brathwaite was around the ball. There were a couple of people around the football, so I don't know who made it, but English gets another interception at the 48. So there was a penalty at the end of, it ended with a penalty on the end of the first period that I didn't catch. Moved it out to the 42. They gained a yard to the 43. And now they throw an interception. The English gets it back. At the Salem 48-yard line. So what threw me was the penalty at the end. I didn't see them. I was watching the ball come back upfield for the start of the second period. I didn't see them mark off 15 yards. Then he ran a play for 1 yard. And rolling is a tough play for the quarterback right-handed to roll to his left and throw. And it got picked by English again, their second pick. And they have it at the Salem 48-yard line as we start the second period. And in the backfield for the first time, making his return to Bertram Field, Sam O'Fury. He's only a junior. He gets the handoff. Runs into a stack of players, bounces off to the outside, and he's gone. What an auspicious debut coming back to Bertram Field.
Score by number 3, Sam O'Fury.
One play, 48 yards after the turnover. He ran straight ahead, ran into a pile of players. They thought they had him. brought everybody up to the line of scrimmage, virtually everybody. So when he bounced to the outside, he only had one man to beat, and he did that easily. And all of a sudden, it's 32-0. And we're a couple of plays into the second period. The English putting on a clinic as Dryden kicks it through.
With 9:22 remaining in the first half, your score, Lynn English 33, Salem 0.
That put English at exactly 100 yards rushing and put them over 200 yards. And we're about a minute into the second period. It looks like we're going to have that, one of those new rules in effect in the second half. And it could be either the third period, could be the entire second half or the third period, because now if a team falls behind by 30, the clock runs continually in the fourth period. If they fall behind by 40, it runs continually in the second half. And English is threatening to do just that, leading 33-0. Salem has 7 yards of offense and no first downs, as English will kick it off once again. Dryden getting a lot of practice with that right foot. Back at the 5. And pretty good return out to the 29-yard line.
Salem's return by number 2, Devin Tolbert. Tackle made on the play by Lynn English.
Tolbert with the return. And that's a name that might ring for Salem people. There are a few Tolberts who have played sports at Salem High School.
They'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Witches at their own.
They have it at their 29-yard line. They haven't. Their best start was their 33. Second time they started at their 29. Looking for the quick out, caught, and dumped almost immediately. Shea Palmer with the hit. They lose a yard. Seven passes they've completed. 4 of them
They'll bring up 2nd and 11 for the Witches.
for 7 yards. Over the middle quickly to Tolbert.
Number 2, Devin Tolbert. Tackle made on the play by Lynn English, number 9, Anthony Timmons.
Timmons with the hit as they picked up 6.
They'll bring up 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
At their own 34-yard line.
And losing 33-0. This might be 4 down territory. Incomplete. Purda got a piece of Tolbert as he was trying to catch the ball. That might have helped knock it down. And it's going to bring up a 4th down
They'll bring up 4th down.
from the Salem 34-yard line.
Folks, don't forget to buy your 50-50 raffle tickets. The woman walking around the stands with the pink bucket is the one you want to grab.
It appears as though I was correct. 4 down territory. Almost picked off. Wes Chandler was the only one that could have had a chance at catching that ball. I'm not sure. They needed 5 yards. They were going to the sideline.
There'll be a turnover on downs for the Witches.
Salem's still looking for their first down. English has great field position at the 34-yard line. Maggs looking, lets it fly long and deep. Purse behind the defense. Makes his second catch for a touchdown. Purtle laid that, got behind the defense. Jesse Maggs laid that up really nicely. The only one to catch it was Purtle. Another one-play drive. They've run 2 plays here in the second period, both for touchdowns. Purtle with the second catch for a touchdown. Dryden gets it through, and we're now at that 40-point mark.
Lynn English extra point is good. And with 6:42 remaining in the half, your score, Lynn English 40, Salem 0.
3 catches for 104 yards and a punt return for 57. Purtle is closing in on 200 yards of offense. And English goes long range again. They got the short field, they took advantage. Dryden will kick it off. Again, English putting on a clinic. They've touched the ball 6 times and scored 6 times, including an interception and a punt. 61 yards, 3 plays, 93, 5 plays, 48, 1 play, 34, 1 play. They've run 10 plays for 4 touchdowns. And they kick it out of bounds. Just missed going in the end zone. They're discussing with Salem what they want to do. I think they're going to have them kick it again. So English will kick it again. Dryden again will get to use that right foot.
Lynn English kickoff went out of bounds. They'll re-kick it from their own 35-yard line.
Dryden hasn't missed the 2 conversions with rushes. The one he was going to try and kick, the snap was no good. So he's been perfect with the extra points. And he's kicked off very well. Now he'll kick off from the 35. He's one of those few seniors. They'll have to find a replacement for him next year. They kick it away. Inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Weaving his way through tacklers. 1 man to beat down the sideline. He gets by everybody and he's going to go 92 yards. Talbot with a great return. Came up the near sideline, slipped through a couple of tackles, broke it to the outside, and just outran everybody. They were chasing him, couldn't catch up to him. There's a flag back at the 21-yard line. Unsportsman against English. That's the second week in a row English is giving up a long return. He fielded it at the 8-yard line and went 92 yards. So Salem still doesn't have a first down, but they get 6 points. They're not going to kick. They're going to go for 2. They give it to Doherty. Started to go to the far side, cut it up inside, saw a little seam, and runs it in for the 2 points.
Doherty is good. And with 6:07 remaining in the first half, your score, Lynn English 40, Salem 8.
So Salem gets on the board. They'll kick it off now. They started the game kicking off to English. And since then, they haven't been able to stop this Lynn English Bulldog freight train. It's just running roughshod. That penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. The unsportsmanlike. So they'll be kicking off from English territory at the English 45.
The unsportsmanlike penalty against Lynn English will be assessed on the kickoff.
Kick is away, well in and out of the end zone. So English will get it at their 20-yard line.
Salem's kickoff will be a touchback.
But so far it hasn't meant anything where English starts. They started at their 39, scored, got an interception and a punt return. Started at their 7 and scored. Started at the Salem 48 and scored. Started at the 34 and scored. Now they're going to start from their 20. And I wouldn't bet against them not scoring from this distance the way they've been going. O'Fury is back in the backfield. He came in to start the second period. He gets the call, runs straight ahead, bangs off a player, gets to the outside. One man to beat, they got an edge on him. They slip off, and he goes 80 yards for the touchdown.
Lynn English touchdown score by number 3, Sam O'Fury.
80 yards. He's got 128 yards in 2 carries. That's 3 straight one-play drive in this third period. So that little, if you want to call it momentum, that Salem had with the punt return by Talbot, taken away very quickly. And Drinan kicks it through.
Lynn English with Your score, Lynn English 46, Salem 8.
(47-8). English has scored every time they had the football. 5 drives, an interception, and a punt. The only negative was trying to rush for a 2-point conversion and missed, and a bad snap on a would-be driving kick. So if the score stays this way, ending the half, we'll have a very quick second half.
David Tolbert, number 19, Jared Laval, set to return for the Witches.
So Fury, 128 yards rushing on 2 carries. Purder,
Lynn English, number 16,
104 yards
Green set to kick off.
catching and 2 touchdowns on 2 passes. Brathwaite has a catch for 48. And Figueroa Marquez filling in for O'Fury in the first period ran for 51. Now the ball at the 15-yard line. Coming to the near side. They might give him 30 or maybe just shy of the 30-yard line. They made sure Tolbert doesn't take it for a touchdown.
And number 8, Dennis Davison.
Put it down right about the 28-yard line. They put it to 27.
They'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Witches at their own 27-yard line.
Double wideouts to the far side. 1 to the near side. Motion. They give it to the motion man, trying to turn the corner. Nice run. That's going to be their first down. Talbot playing well.
Talbot on the carry. Tackle made on the play by Lynn English.
He picked up 12 and the first down of the ball game for Salem. He's playing very well.
They'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Witches at their own 39-yard line.
Ready, the quarterback's only a sophomore. They're going to get buried in the backfield. Tommy Gaylord could have almost been in the backfield getting the handoff. They buried him back at the 35. He just went in and wrapped up Doherty and brought him down at the 35 for a loss of 4.
They'll bring up 2nd and 14 for the Witches at their own 35-yard line.
2nd and 14 from the 35. Two wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side as they fill the backfield. Ready. Drops it off. Short yardage. He had to get rid of it very quickly to Doherty. English all over him in the backfield. He picked up 2 to the 37. Third and 12. This is the way it's been all night, except for one run by Talbot for 12 yards. It's been 3rd and long all night long. They double the wideouts to either side. Reddy, running for his life, is in trouble. Dumps it off. Would have been well shy of the first down. Here to bring up a fourth down. Well, they go again. They went from their 34. No reason to kick the ball here. What's the worst that can happen? English score again? Fourth and 12. Again, double wideouts to either side. Reddy backing up. Tip at the line of scrimmage, almost picking it off, was Phoenix Figueroa Marquez.
Batted down at the line of scrimmage by Lennox, number 7, Phoenix Figueroa Marquez. And there'll be a turnover and downs on the Witches.
For into the second period, Salem has 24 yards of offense. 9 rushing, 15 passing, 1 first down, and they got 9 yards rushing because Talbot picked up 12 on one play, their longest play, otherwise they'd be minus. English gets it back at the 37-yard line. And they go to that double wing.
Number 22, Joshua
French Tamar with the carry.
Tackles made on the play by number 19, Jerry Aldeval, and number 74, Shalon Panalo.
And that might be it. They walk into the locker room, and that's going to be it.
Ladies and gentlemen, with your score, Lynn English 47, Salem 8.
So a big first half by English, and now we'll start the second half. English will kick it off.
Lynn English, Tyler Green set to kick off on Lynn English. For the Witches, be number 2, Devin Tolbert, and number 9, Jeffrey Holloway. Be number 2, Devin Tolbert, and number 9, Jeffrey Holloway.
English had over 300 yards of offense with only 7 first downs. Booted along the ground at the 17-yard line, across the 25. And this is the new rule coming into effect here. The clock is going to run continually now. It won't stop, even if Salem scores. .329 yards of offense. O'Fury 128 with 2 carries, 2 touchdowns. Perta 2 catches for 104 and 2 touchdowns, returning a punt as well. Quick out, hit almost immediately.
Tackles made on the play by Lynn English, number 8, Dennis Davis.
We'll call it the 29 and give him 2. 2nd and 8. I'm sure we're not going to see those guys again. Marquez, Figueroa Marquez ran for 51 on 3 carries. Brathwaite caught a pass for 48, intercepted a pass for a touchdown. The quick out to Talbert, and he got hit very hard.
Caught by number 2, Devin Tolbert. Already passing, be caught by number 2, Devin Tolbert. By Lynn English, number 22. Tackle made on the play by Lynn English, number 22. Joshua Trans.
They give me yard.
I come home, bro, in the summer, and there just be balls all over my door.
They'll bring up 3rd and 8 for the Witches at their own.
3rd and 7.
3rd and 8 for the Witches at their own 30-yard line.
And you have to assume they're in 4-down territory. They dump it over the middle. Nice job, Talbert again. Boy, he's playing very, very well.
Tackle made on the play by Lynn English, number 4.
He's got both of their first downs. This is their second. 13 yards and a first down. He ran for 12. Now he caught a pass for 13. He also ran that punt back for 92. So he's been a bright light for Salem. So they hold on to the football with the clock moving. They fake the throw, didn't fool English at all. McRae got hit in the backfield. They gave him a break, he only lost 2. And once again, 2nd and long, 3rd and long. That's been the story for Salem. They had 24 yards of offense in the first half. They kept giving the ball back to English, and English kept scoring. Ready, rolling. Overthrows the intended receiver. The only time English didn't score in the first half was they got the ball back at the Salem 37. They ran for 8 yards with Transtamar, and then the clock ran out. So 3rd and long from the 41, and again, obviously in 4-down territory for Salem. It's been 4 downs when they've been at their own 30-yard line. They double the wideouts to either side. Looking to throw, in trouble, gets run over and buried. Figueroa Marquez just ran over him at the 31-yard line. He lost 10 yards.
They'll bring up 4th down for the Witches.
From the 31. They're going to punt the ball from here. High short kick. Yeah, it takes a little bit of an English bounce. Going to die at the Salem 49-yard line. 18-yard punt.
Salem number 52.
So English had good field position.
Salem 49-yard line. Punt will be down at the Salem 49-yard line. Have it 1st and 10. Where Lynn English will have it 1st and 10.
Their first series here in the second half. They go to that tight double wing. The pitch Transtamar lost the football. I think he got it back. No gain on the play.
So like English has the best. The coach is gonna be way more strict on it.
Fumble on the play, recovered by
Actually lost
number 22.
about a yard.
Joshua Transtamar, Lynn English, number 22. Joshua They'll bring up second and 10 for Lynn English. They'll bring up second and 10 for Lynn English.
Second and just about 11, 10 and a half. They run the fullback straight ahead.
They're not gonna call a face mask on 74.
That's Timmons.
On the carry for Lynn English. Tackle made on the play by
His first carry.
tackle made on the play by Salem, number 3, Christopher Doherty. They'll bring up third and 3 for Lynn English.
He picked up 8.
Bring up third and 3 for Lynn English at the Salem 42-yard line.
Third and 3. Transtamar will get the first down.
Number 22, Joshua Transtamar. On the carry for Lynn English. Joshua Transtamar. Tackles made on the carry for Lynn English.
Picked up 5.
Tackles made on the play by Salem, number 3, Christopher Doherty, and number 9, Jeffrey Holloway. The first and 10 for Lynn English. At the Salem 37-yard line.
First and 10 from the Salem 37. Again, everybody in very tight. Misdirection. Inside the 25.
Number 2, West Chandler on the carry for Lynn English. Number 2, West Chandler on the
West Chandler
Lynn English.
picked up 13.
Tackle made on the play by Salem, number 34, Sheldon
So even with the backups in here, English is moving the football. Maggs is still in the quarterback. Of course, he's filling in for Fowler, who we hope is going to be all right. Transtamar picks up about 4.
Number 22, Joshua Transtamar on the carry for Lynn English. Tackle made on the play by Salem, number 4, Gabe Sanchez.
Second and 6.
Number 4, Gabe Sanchez. Second and 6 for Lynn English at the Salem 20-yard line.
Down to about the 5-yard line. That's Terrell Arroyo getting his first carry. He picks up a first down, 15 yards.
Terrell Arroyo on the carry for Lynn English. On the play by number 2, Devin Tolbert, and number 74, Sheldon Panalo. And number 74, Sheldon Panalo.
Chris Carroll calling off the dogs, but Salem can't stop the dogs. He's got backups in there running from the double wing. First and goal from the 5. Getting almost in, but not quite, is Transtamar. At the 1, it'll be second and goal.
Number 22, Joshua Transtamar on the carry for Lynn English. Tackle made on the
So the backup's trying to do what the starters do, put it in the end zone.
They'll bring up second and goal. Michael Batista. They'll bring up second and goal.
They give it to Timmons. Timmons in for the touchdown. "49 yards in 8 plays. They keep it going. Palmer the holder. Ryan with the kick.
Extra point by Lynn English is good. Your score, Lynn English. In the third quarter. Your score, Lynn English. 54, Salem 8. 54, Salem 8.
237 yards rushing for the Bulldogs. They still only have 9 first downs. That was another sustained drive. Salem will get the football back. And the clock just keeps running in this second half. Timmons busted his way in. Took a while to separate him to make sure he was in, but the official gave the official sign. And the kick makes it 54-8. English obviously going to go to 2-1. Salem will have to wait till next week to try and get their first win. Drinan will kick it off. The 1 touchdown for Salem, the 92-yard kick return by Talbot. And he has both of their first downs. At the 14-yard line, they finally pick it up and dumped. Did they give him the 20? Or they say he went down at the 19. We'll wait and see where they put it down. That's the last play of the period, very quickly going by. Salem had it once, English had it once, and the clock just keeps running. So it'll be an early night here. The English all over Salem. I told you, we put that Beverly game in the rearview mirror. Back on their winning ways. Mags to Perta for 59 yards and a touchdown. Brathwaite a 40-yard interception. Perta a 57 punt return. Phoenix Figueroa Marquez went 29. It was 26-0 at the end of 1. Samuel Fury made his comeback impressive, coming back to Salem, playing for English. Went for 48 for a touchdown. Max to Perta for 34. After Talbot ran a kick, 92 yards for a touchdown. O'Fury went his second touchdown, 80 yards. It was 47-8 at halftime. And then Timmons goes in from the 1 to make it 54-8. And they'll start at the 20-yard line. Holloway with the carry. Picked up 3.
And number 37, Nick Messina. They'll bring up 2nd and 7 for the Witches.
2nd and 7 from the 23. 3 wideouts to the near side, 2 to the far side. Holloway is now the quarterback by himself. The southpaw gets it out. And maybe a yard or 2.
Salem pass from Jeffrey Holloway is going to be completed to number 2, Devin Tolbert.
Talbot with another catch.
Tackle made on the play by Lynn English, number 57, Ryan Bursey.
3rd and 5.
They'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Witches at their own 25-yard line.
Salem just hasn't been able to get anything going. Prior to this, They had 28 yards of offense and 2 first downs. One on a run by Talbot, one on a catch by Talbot, and he also has a 92-yard kick return for a touchdown. He's played very, very well. Holloway, the southpaw, now is Reddy back in there. Talbot had it, couldn't hold on to it.
Michael Reddy's pass will be incomplete.
Reddy found him underneath. He had a little bit of room to run, but he couldn't hold on.
They'll bring up 4th down for the Witches.
4th down from the 25. English closing in on 400 yards of offense. And that's considering they had 3 straight touchdowns of 1 play. And they've had a couple of short fields. But boy, they come out loaded for bear here at Bertram Field. They kick it away. Now there's a flag on the play first. Offside English. And that's going to give Salem a first down.
Offsides against Lynn English.
That'll give Salem a first down. So they'll hold on to the football. It'll be 1st and 10. That's their 3rd first down.
To the Witches, 1st and 10 at their own 30.
Three wideouts, 2 to the near side. The wing is to the far side. They keep. Nice run by Holloway.
Quarterback, keep in mind, number 9, Jeffrey Holloway.
Out across the 35 to about the 37.
English, number 15, Jesse O'Grady.
He picked up 7. 2nd down and 3. So Purda with 2. Marquez with 1. O'Fury with a great
They'll bring up 2nd down.
comeback to Bertram Field with 2 and 128 yards. Maggs 5 for 5 for 142 yards and 2 touchdowns. And this is Talbot again. Nice run. Out to the 49.
Number 2, Devin Tolbert on the carry for the Witches. Tackle made on the play by
That's his second 12-yard run
Ryan Bursey.
and his 3rd first down that he's made for Salem.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Witches at their own 49-yard line.
Will they get into English territory? They haven't been there all day. And they do.
Number 36, Connor McCray on the carry for the Witches.
McCray gets it in there.
Tripped up on the play by Lynn English, number 4.
So Brathwaite had a catch for 48, setting up a touchdown. He had an interception for a touchdown.
Witches at the Lynn English 45-yard line.
Purda had catches for 104 yards. O'Fury ran for 128. Phoenix Figueroa Marquez ran for 51 and a touchdown. Holloway runs for a first down. So Salem picking up some yardage on this last drive, and it will be their last drive.
Quarterback given by number 9, Jeffrey Holloway. Pushed out of bounds on the play.
They still only have 60 yards of offense.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Witches at the Lynn English 35-yard line.
So then the backups took over, and it was Timmons, Anthony Timmons, another junior, going in from the 1. The only time English was stopped, the clock ran out, ending the period. They've got 378 yards of offense as Talbot tries to turn the corner. And he's running well inside the 20. They've got 5 first downs. He's got 3 of them. But they're going to run out of time here. Talbot, the bright light for Salem with the 92-yard kick return. He's picked up 3 there. 5 first downs. They got 1 by penalty. He's run the ball very well.
Give the Witches 1st and 10 at the Lynn English 16-yard line.
He's gone over 50 yards rushing, along with the touchdown. But O'Fury with 128 on 2 carries, 2 touchdowns. Marquez 51 on a touchdown. Maggs 5 for 5, 142 and 2 touchdowns. He threw the ball really well. Perda had 3 catches for 104 yards, 3 touchdowns. One of those was a punt return. Brathwaite had a catch for 48 and an interception return. And English is going to get back on the win column to go 2-1, and they'll be home for the first time. They've been away for 3 games. They'll be home against Gloucester Friday night, part of a doubleheader. Glasgow will play the first game as Holloway gets wrapped up inside the 10.
Quarterback keeper by number 9, Jeffrey Holloway. Tackle made on the play by Lynn English, number 15, Jesse O'Fury.
Salem needs 3 yards for 100 yards of offense. And they're trying to beat the clock and get on the board.
They'll bring up 3rd and 3 for the Witches.
So English is going to go to
Lynn English 9-yard line.
2-1. Salem is going to drop to 0-3. An offensive explosion as Holloway gets buried in the backfield. And the only time English was stopped was
By number 9, Jeffrey Holloway.
they ran 1 play and the clock ran out on them in the second period. A big 26-point start. A big start with a 59-yard pass play for a touchdown. Brathwaite with an interception for 40. Perda ran the punt back for 57. All of a sudden it was 20-0. Marquez made it 26-0 with a 29-yard run. O'Fury went 48 to start the second period. Maggs went to Perda for 34 to make it 40. Talbot ran the kick 92 yards to make it 40-8. O'Fury, 1 play from the line of scrimmage, 80 yards, 47-8. And then the backups went 49 yards in 8 plays. Timmons going in from the 1 to make it 54-8. English putting up 378 yards of offense.
There'll be a turnover on downs on the Witches. It'll be 1st and 10 for Lynn English at their own 12-yard line. Again, ladies and gentlemen,
English will get the football,
in the stands, any trash
and we can put this one in the record books.
among the stands will leave.
And Sam O'Fury might have had a few palpitations coming back to Bertram Field as a Bulldog rather than a Witch. And he certainly got rid of it. 2 carries for 128 yards and 2 touchdowns. Can't make a better comeback to your old stomping grounds than that. I know he probably feels bad taking it out on some of his former teammates, but they couldn't tackle him. And now English is going to take a knee, and that's going to be it. So this will be the second time that English doesn't score. And they're going to run out the clock here. And that'll be the last play of the game. English puts up a big 54 on the scoreboard. O'Fury with 128 yards. Perda goes 104 with 3 catches. Brathwaite with an interception and a big catch. Marquez with a touchdown. Maggs filling in for Fowler. 5 for 5, 142 yards, 2 touchdowns. English stopped twice. Running out of time in the first half. No time for any more plays. The clock runs out on them. And then they take a knee to end the game with their second possession in the second half. English goes to 2-1. Salem drops to 0-3. English with a big first period and a big first half. 54-8 over Salem here at Bertram Field. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Don Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.